Hey everyone, Matt here with Not Just Giants. Let's get into this Giants vs. Cardinals Week 2 matchup preview. After an unexpected crushing loss against a Super Bowl caliber team like the Cowboys, where their offensive line was abused, how do the Giants respond against a rebuilding team like the Cardinals in Week 2, while at the same time knowing they need to face another Super Bowl contending team, the 49ers, a mere 4 days later on Thursday Night Football? Needless to say, after the Game 1 loss to the Cowboys and being clear underdogs against the 49ers in Week 3, if the Giants want to avoid putting themselves in a terrible hole by starting the year 0-3, this week's game in Arizona has become a must-win. In Week 1, the Cardinals didn't show much on offense with a conservative game plan for Josh Dobbs at quarterback, a subpar offensive line, and skill position players who, outside of running back James Conner, are okay but not stars in wide receivers Hollywood Brown, Rondale Moore, rookie Michael Wilson, veteran tight end Zach Ertz, and second-year tight end Trey McBride. Like the Giants, this team failed to score an offensive touchdown in Week 1. But it was on defense where Arizona really brought their A-game to our nation's capital, as they held Washington to 4 of 12 on third down conversions, forced 3 turnovers, and sacked Sam Howell 6 times. And it's also worth noting that first-year Cardinals head coach Jonathan Gannon coached an Eagles defense that smothered the Giants 3 times last year, which included a 38-7 beatdown in the second round of the playoffs. Now Gannon has the tape of the Cowboys' clowning of the Giants' offensive line in Week 1, so expect him to be more than ready scheme-wise for this protection-impaired Giants offense. For this reason, the key to success for both teams starts with the ground game. Last week against the Cowboys, Dallas did not respect the run at all, as they pretty much went after Daniel Jones on every offensive play, leading to a whopping 67% effective pass rush. The Giants actually showed that they could run the ball effectively against the Cowboys, especially on the first drive of the game, but once New York got behind, it was largely abandoned. I don't think I'd be going out on a limb by saying this should be a much closer game against the Cardinals, so the Giants should be able to set up the pass with the run better than they did in Week 1. While it's uncertain if All-Pro left tackle Andrew Thomas and his injured hamstring will play on Sunday, this offensive line is going to need to hold up its end of the bargain against a young, hungry, and if last week was any indication, productive defensive front, because they and the rest of the league smell blood in the water, and they are coming. It will be interesting to see if the Giants keep right guard Mark Glowinski in the starting lineup this week after an all-time horrendous game against the Cowboys. I suspect they will, but he may not last another week in the starting lineup if we see anything resembling a repeat performance from Week 1. Right tackle Evan Neal, who played only slightly less atrociously than Glowinski, also needs to start showing Giants fans he wasn't a wasted number 7 overall pick in the 2022 draft. It would also be great to see Daniel Jones be able to establish some rhythm this week in the passing game after being clearly rattled by Dallas's relentless pressure, especially with the 49ers and their stout defense on deck in a short week. If the protection can hold up, the opportunities to make plays in the short, intermediate, and deep portions of the field are all there with the speedy pass game weapons Jones has to throw to in this 2023 offense. Look for not only plenty of early down runs, but also a lot of early quick passes to set up deeper shots later. Similarly for the Cardinals, they too want to be able to run the ball effectively with their hammer, James Conner, control the clock, and keep Josh Dobbs out of long down and distance situations, which will allow the Giants pass rushers and blitzers more opportunities to wreak havoc, something New York really never had a chance to do once the team got down by double digits so soon into the Cowboys game. Although the Giants showed in Week 1 they're clearly not at the level of the best teams in the conference, if they can get through this first 4 weeks 2-2, I think with their offseason talent upgrades, just like last year when they finished as the number 5 seed in the NFC, they'll have a legitimate shot at finishing over 500 and making the playoffs. For now, though, they need to take it one play at a time and one game at a time, starting with this matchup against the Cardinals, as they seek to regain some semblance of respectability after last week's deflating performance. The Giants have a better roster than these offensively limited Cardinals. If they play smart, sound defense, don't turn the ball over, run the damn ball, and protect Daniel Jones, there's no reason why they shouldn't be able to win this game handily. Let's go.